Oh, see, we are live. See, look, 2020, and this is the technology that we have to stream live. Just like that, hit the blue button, you're good to go. You're good to go. You're live. Yeah, hopefully, hey, hopefully he'll join the revolution. Exactly.
Hello, hello, bye. How's it doing out there?
That's right.
Whoa.
Hear that, Uncle?
Do you hear that?
Yep. We're hearing ourselves talk.
Yeah, I know. This is what's confusing.
It's freaking him out now with the
Yes, with
with
that.
the stream. Yeah.
That scream.
What do you think of this, Uncle? It's throwing you off? Or you okay?
Yeah, it's throwing me off. I don't usually talk to myself when I'm talking on my podcast.
You'll get used to it. You'll just give it a minute. You won't even notice it.
Yeah,
I'm
at
already
first,
good.
at first it kind of freaks you out. It kind of throws you off. You like
Yeah.
you hear
You know
yourself
exactly
after
that.
that's
Yeah.
something.
Bob,
Do you have a similar setup, Bob, where you kind of hear your own voice bounce back at you?
Yeah.
No, I try not to because I'm with Uncle on that. That kind of freaks me out too. Like I've had that a few times when I was doing my show. I had it set up a different way, and you talk, then you'd hear yourself, and then you're kind of like delayed for a second, listening to yourself
Yeah.
talk back. So I'm like, no, I can't do it that way. I'm like, I just want to talk. I mean, I get why you would do it, so you could hear everything and know that what you're saying is actually being said and being heard by people. But yeah, I'm with Uncle on that. At first, you're kind of like, the hell? I hear myself talking. I'm like, no thanks.
Yeah. This is not by choice. It's just kind of I've got things set up so they work, and we're just having to roll with it. That's the situation.
Right.
Well, it sounds like you're talking to yourself, sidekick.
Just here, Uncle. Here's a trick. Take one of the
Ears off?
Yeah, take one of your ears off.
I got it off.
That helps. It really does.
It does? Then why didn't you tell me before?
I just did now. Is it better?
He wanted you to
much
hear
better.
it. He wanted you to experience it like that first, and then you could, take the one ear out and go back to it.
Yeah. But all in all, your audio's come through, Bob. Ours is working. I'll go back and look at the video on YouTube. But as far as I can tell, we're ready for this revolution.
See, we're making magic here, guys. We're testing things out. We're helping out the revolution. You got to tune in live, New Year's Eve, Uncle the podcast, New Year's Revolution. If you hear it from us here tonight, and you call in, tell them Bumwine Bob sent you.
Yeah.
So everybody knows. But I think it's time we crack open a nice beverage here. Really the main reason why we're here tonight, that we for once for our holiday episode, we have worked out and coincided with a festive holiday beverage here, which I'm happy that we were able to make it work out. And we have here the Trader Joe's 2019 Vintage Spiced Ale, a dark ale brewed with spices, 9% alcohol by volume. So this one's got a little bit of a kick to it here.
It does. Sounds a lot for a beer, for sure.
It's a beer?
It's a dark ale.
Oh, yeah, I had one of them they had dark and light, but they had the dark one. It was
Sounds like Star Wars.
no,
Not confusing this with the movie we just watched.
not the Star Wars.
It was a beer flight where you had like porter and they had like a lighter blonde, perhaps?
No, it was
It was beer.
one of these guys that I used to work with in the county. He was one of these guys that drank the beer, but he was Jamaican.
Oh, a Jamaican.
A Jamaican. Jamaican guy had the beer and he drinks it. And it might be something like that. I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll see. We'll find out. I mean, I'm on the Trader Joe's website here as well, and it's a strong dark Belgian style beer, malt and cocoa flavors with notes of citrus, ginger, and baking spices. What exactly are baking spices? I guess we're gonna find out when we crack this open to give it a shot here now. Now, I mean, it is a 750 milliliter bottle. Is that the same thing what you guys have?
I
don't know.
Over there?
It is. Ours is 750 milliliters.
Oh, you finally got the right one this time, kid.
I did. I did.
Because he's been looking at stars and I'm just...
Yeah, so we're good to go here. I mean, this is exciting. As you say, Bob, we're actually lined up with the same drink. I think this is the first time for the holiday show we've done that.
Yeah. We've done in our other past podcasts. We did as we talked about the Modelo, the Chelada. We did the MD 2020, the Electric Melon. But for the holidays, this is the first time we have the stars aligned for us here to have a holiday beverage between the two of us here. So we'll put a picture of the bottle up there on the website because this is pretty fancy stuff. But I mean, it's only I don't know what the price was for you guys over there for this one, but I mean it was $5.99.
Where'd you get it from?
Oh gosh, I can't remember. I did get it from Trader Joe's. I don't remember what I paid for it, honestly.
Yeah, but I mean, fairly cheap. In the grand scheme of things. Yeah,
was it like 15?
No, it wasn't that much. Not for this one bottle. It was. I want to say like $6 maybe.
Or 7?
Yeah.
So, 6.
So that's not. It's not a bad price, but it's not on the level of some of the dollar store beers that you guys are used to over there. But
yeah, it was more than that for sure.
Yeah, but for a 750 milliliter bottle, 9% alcohol by volume. It's not a bad price. It is fancy. It's got a cork in it. It says right on the top there, attention, contents under pressure.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful.
Oh, it's like that. This will be a good test for New Year's too when we pop open champagne.
See. We're testing out everything for the revolution here.
We're not even here in the revolution yet, and here we are drinking drinks already.
Well, you got to get your New Year's prep in early. We're only a few days away.
Oh, and Uncle, by the way, go ahead. I see you have your second ear on. I got our mix minus problem all set up where we're not even listening to ourselves anymore.
You do?
I'm fixing everything.
Hey, wow, that sounds good. I don't hear myself.
Not bad.
What did you do? Sidekick, you're working something.
It's magic knob work over here, Uncle.
Wow, much better. I don't want to hear myself that time. That's why I had my ear off.
It's a lot better.
So you put yours on. I would wait a minute.
Uncle, I think this is all just signs showing us the way to not be afraid and that everything's falling in line. Everything's going to work out.
Well,
doing all the right stuff.
Just hopefully we have a call from Chuck to have his machine ready.
Exactly.
That's all I'm waiting to hear.
That's the next step in the process is hearing Chuck's
got his
story.
machine.
Chuck giving you the thumbs up saying you are good to go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you guys ready to pop the cork on this bad boy?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, ready to go.
Give it a
Ready to go.
shot. All right, let's
Popped
do
open.
that.
let's do this. Ooh, there we go.
Okay, yeah.
There's the pop.
How did you do?
I'm twisting off the metal thingy, whatever the heck this is, first. And then, okay, here we go. You ready? Get ready.
Pop.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Ooh,
Oh,
look at
No,
that.
just
Smooth.
just
Ooh,
gotta be gentle.
Okay, I didn't go off the ceiling.
Smells pretty good. I can smell the well, from what I can smell with
Just smell it.
my clogged up nose here.
Clogged up nose.
But
What's that?
This
Which is
is
that?
yeah. I'm getting our shot glasses ready. I'm gonna
What is that?
give Uncle the Intercourse Pennsylvania souvenir shot glass to drink out of. Uh-oh.
I have my fancy red solo cup here to.
I got loads of shop glasses, but every time we go away, I get a new one. Fact, when we go on a phone trip, I'm gonna get one too.
Oh yeah, anytime on a vacation.
On a
we get new
vacation,
shot
we
glass, sure.
get drop glasses.
And our trip to Pennsylvania was no different, was it?
yeah, no.
So we got one from Pennsylvania,
Yeah,
celebrating the Amish.
yeah. These
There you
Amish,
go.
Mm-hmm.
these are Amish
Amish
drinks.
buggy on it, and it says "I love intercourse," which is located in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. For those who don't know.
Yeah. I still haven't got to where that student.
Okay,
Got back
Uncle,
with
there's
her.
your shot glass. Let me grab mine right here.
Just got to be careful pour this here. I was trying to pour it, down the side there, but I got a lot of foam.
Yeah,
With mine over here.
it's very foamy. I noticed that. Yeah. All right, we're ready here, Bob.
I'm gonna get the
Okay.
phone down.
Give it a
Yeah,
drink.
just
Here we go.
all right. Cheers, guys.
Oh. Okay. Wow. So far, so good here.
Yeah.
Uncle, what'd you say? Do you want another shot of it?
Give me a little bit.
You not
You
want
give,
another?
give, give, uh, give a little more. Top them off there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Whoa, 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 whoa.
not that over top.
We got it. We got it. Oh yeah.
I don't know
Look at those
about.
skills,
I don't know
Uncle.
about this. Tastes like that beer that I was talking about, like that Jamaican guy.
Oh, it's similar to that.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. I like the taste of it.
This is pretty good. Yeah, I like this too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Because I was worried coming into this with that 9% alcohol content. I'm like, oof. I don't know. That can be tough.
Yeah, I didn't want like the IPA, like the over hoppy, the bitter, But this is pretty smooth.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's almost like the flavor of a cola,
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
It's similar to that, but a beer version of that.
The Jamaican guys drinking. I mentioned that kind of beer.
Mm-hmm.
That one more.
I'll give you another here, Uncle.
One more.
What about the Jamaican guys?
The Jamaican guys dark beer is what this tastes like, not the light one.
Yeah, it is a darker one. It's got the look of a porter for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
But I
It's
just
dark.
can't.
It's a dark ale.
Ale.
I love dark beers. I love porters. I'm a fan usually of the dark beers like this, and this one is not disappointing. I'm very pleased with the taste of this.
Did you ever taste the Jenny thing in New York? Jenny
Me?
No.
Bob?
Bob.
Which one?
The Jenny oh,
the cream ale.
the cream ale and
Or-
the,
yeah.
and yeah. You ever tasted that one?
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah, I've had
I like that.
Genesee,
I would have
yeah.
judged that at a 10.
Yeah, that's a good beer. Yeah, I've had the regular Genesee beer, and the cream ale's pretty
Yeah.
good too.
Yeah, but the cream ale's a little bit stronger to me than that was, but I drank the other one was pretty good. 'Cause,
This is tasty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is,
exactly.
the more you sip it, the more I do get the spices, kind of the
Yeah.
holiday I don't know if it's quite the quote unquote baking spices that they have, but no, I mean it's pretty good here. I mean, this is and I've been looking here to drink it now, or this is a beer they say you could store and let it
age?
Age a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it aged better outside of the refrigerator, right?
Oh, like in a cellar, like
in
a
a
wine
cellar.
or something.
Right.
Like
yeah.
you have
Yeah,
in
I mean,
cellar.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah,
know
because
much
you
about
don't want to
that.
put it in a cold stop.
Probably not to age it. Yeah. I
No,
think
not
you're
the
right.
age is what I'm talking about. Exactly
Maybe
what
we
I'm
should
talking
buy
about.
an
It
extra
says-
bottle and do that.
What?
Yeah, that hold on to it for a few years from now and see the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it in one of those gump coolers. What we need to do is make one of these.
We have to go buy another bottle, Uncle.
I know drinking. I'm like down 4 or 5 cups a day.
Yeah. Well,
This guy's
I'm having
drinking-
a little extra. Do you want one more here, Uncle?
One more. But then this
fill 'em
guy's
up,
drinking
fill 'em
4.
And Bob, we actually brought some additional beverages that we might want to test on this show tonight. If you want to hear it, you want to hear what we think about these weird
Yeah,
things.
definitely.
I got.
Yeah, I'm
we've
just reading. If you look at the back of the
We've-
bottle here, where they have a whole
We've got
few
3
paragraphs.
more. We got 3 more bottles that I'm looking at here.
Yeah.
He brought up here, and a glass of what is this? Water?
Oh, we've got things. You'll see. Just wait.
That
Let's,
water. It looked like water to me.
Bob, tell us
Start
what
drinking.
is on the back of the bottle here. I want to
yeah.
know.
All right. So I'm going through here, reading the back of the bottle here. They're going down everything here. Our vintage spice ale is a rich, dark, and full-bodied ale with a fine and generous coffee-colored beige foam. That's true. It's ready to enjoy right away, and you may also wish to cellar a few bottles. It will evolve interestingly well, developing more complex flavors as the years go by. Keep the bottle upright in storage. So there you have it right there. Yeah, put it down in your wine cellar. Keep the bottle upright, and then give it a few years to see what the flavors
Okay,
develop.
we got
Wow.
a new system there, sidekick. You got to do some building.
I have to build a wine cellar?
You gotta
There's
get
your answer.
Okay.
You hit on the head there.
I got to do some digging.
Wine man. Right. So, because you got to have these wine things open, let them breathe.
Out here in California, we don't even have a regular cellar.
But I
let
know
alone
that's
a
what I'm
wine
trying
cellar.
to do. Wine cellar.
Have
But
to
what do
start-
we do?
Start going
Sorry.
underground here.
Yeah, you just gotta dig a hole and bury the bottles in there.
Bottles of beer?
Probably handle that. Dig a hole in the backyard and throw this bottle down there and dig it up 10 years from now. See how it tastes. Could be good. Man, this is high class.
Yeah,
Bob.
I mean, for being a Trader Joe's, which is kind of known for its cheap alcohol. Everybody always says the $3 Chuck.
Yeah.
Trader Joe's, the cheap wine, and I was actually someone got this for me, and I was kind of like, what is this Trader Joe's?
What do you think they got
Vintage spiced ale? And I was like, oh, okay, a Trader Joe's beer. I looked up the price on it, and I saw, $5.99. That's not a bad price for what you're getting. Size of the bottle and the alcohol content. So it was kind of surprising that it would be as tasty, I think.
Yeah.
What do you think they got them in the dollar stores of these
You're talking
drinks?
about this? Like, well, the
I
dollar
know.
store, you never know what you're getting, Uncle. That's the
So
thing.
they'll mix the bottles around.
I'm
I suppose.
curious to ask you, Bob. Would Charles Shaw, otherwise known now as $3 Chuck, would you consider that a bum wine because of the price, or is it something different?
I've never personally had it, so I can't comment on the actual flavor or
Yeah.
what it actually tastes like. But people have always kind of classified it in that the lower end bum wine like more like the Boone's Farm
Yeah.
category, which is not quite a bum wine because of the amount of alcohol content in the wine, but price wise, it kind of fits that category. So it's
Sure.
that fine line.
Not
It's
a
like
New Year's
the
revolution yet. No,
the bum
drinking
wine
beer.
trading wheels.
Got it. Now, Bob, you might hear this. Uncle is itching to try one of these other taste
I hear them over
sensations
there.
we
I hear
have
'em, yeah.
waiting for us.
Well, we're not into evolution yet. And here we're drinking.
Let's see. All right. Well, before we crack those open, there, I guess you guys want to go through. I know you guys like to do your ratings.
Yeah, let's
your
rate
ratings.
this beer. Let's not
get
forget
this,
it.
I know, but
this is worthy of a rating here. What do we think of this, Uncle? We're the guests, so we get to go first. You want me to go before you?
You go first, because I was the last one.
I'm going to give this a solid 9. This is a good beer, especially given the fact that it's 9% alcohol content. I expect it to be terrible, but it has a good taste. It has real good taste. It's almost to the point where you don't realize you're even tasting alcohol, which is good. It's a good taste if you don't even notice the alcoholic content, especially when it's that high. So I give it a 9 for those factors.
I am surprised, you sidekick.
Well,
finally got a high rating. Finally. He got a high rating. He's been hitting 6 and 7 lately, I've noticed. But I'm going to go over the top. A 10.
It's a 10. All right.
Uncle comes in with the 10. Aaron gives it a
9.
A 9. I'm gonna give it a solid 9 as well. I'm with Aaron with the
9.
With the alcohol content, with the price. You're kind of thinking it's going to be this. I've had a lot of cheap alcohol and cheap beer and malt liquor that is 8%, 10%, and you get that cheap alcohol taste. I mean, I think you know what I'm talking about with that. And this is, like you said, fairly smooth and tasty. So yeah, you can't really go wrong with it. So I'll give it a it's 2019. We'll give it a 9.
Yeah, there you go.
19,
buy it and
I give it a 10. And
save a bottle for years to come.
Yeah, we gotta buy a few more of these. Put them down there in the wine cellar.
Put them, close them up down, and don't have freshness thing.
Cap it off. Okay.
Well, we'd have to keep it fresh.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here. Let's see here.
You're going to drink it fine, but then you put it in and you close it.
Oh, yeah.
After the next drink.
On to the next. Now, Bob, you know that I've been meaning to make a special holiday drink for many years.
Yes.
I've been telling you about this, and I finally did it.
I
went ahead and I did it. I made the pine syrup. I've got it.
Oh, that was what you made that is. That's what that is.
I got the pine syrup here. I'm going to show it to the live stream YouTube people now. I'm going to pull it over here.
Oh, yes.
It's not much to look at, really.
It looks like water.
Yeah, it looks like water. It's
That's
just,
exactly what I said. What is this?
It's just a simple syrup, like sugar and water, but with pine needle flavor infused into it. So what you do is you basically boil water. You get hot water, and then you pour it over pine needles. You let it steep for a while like a tea. And then you just filter out the pine needles, and then you mix that water, the pine needle tea, essentially, with sugar, and you make a simple syrup out of it. Then you got your pine syrup here. So we have it. Special holiday mixing thing.
It's festive, yeah, festive for the season. I know, yeah, as Aaron said, yeah, he's been, plugging this for years now since we've been talking, saying I want to get something with pine needles or something pine related for the holidays, and this is the moment right here where it all
I did see
comes
you
to a head.
cooking this stuff.
At long last. Yeah, did you watch me make this, Uncle?
I saw you cooking. What the heck's he cooking now?
Just pine syrup, Uncle. Nothing to see here.
Pine syrup.
And
Carry on.
We're going to mix it with a pretty typical sort of drink. We're
we got this for Christmas, by the way.
Yeah, we're using this. We're going to use a bourbon, a whiskey, Maker's Mark whiskey.
Okay.
So, I was just like, let's see, because this is a test of the pine syrup and not of Maker's Mark whiskey. It's just like, let's get a nice whiskey there and mix it.
Right. You have to see what alcohol will mix well with it. So
yeah,
that's the test of the whiskey, and then if it's not good with this, then maybe it's something else.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I don't know what to expect from pine syrup. So we're just going to mix it with this and see how it tastes. So I'm busy being the mixologist that I am right now and mixing the the whiskey with the pine syrup, and Uncle and I are going to have this.
This is crazy.
Is this exciting? Or what?
This is what we've all been waiting for here to see, and we'll have to hear the outcome of this the following day to see how everybody's feeling after.
That is going to be a good question. I want to know if he won't have a headache or a sickness after these drinks.
Let's hope not, Uncle. Let's not repeat our perforance from
the Santa Claus
Santa
drink
wine.
wine.
Well, at least you still have a few days to. We're recording this on the 29th here, so I was going to say you have a few days to recover before New Year's, but it's really just one day to recoup, before New Year's Eve. So
yeah, that's true.
Oh my gosh, it's coming up way too quick.
Well, at least we got it organized.
But Uncle, we got our shots here. Let's throw them back.
There you go. Let's see.
See what we think.
You got one too?
Okay, there it was. Okay. All right. Well, Uncle, I don't know about you. Are you okay there? You gonna be all right? It looks like you're the one in trouble this year. You okay?
It's that wine there. Woo!
Oh, it's the whiskey. Yeah.
It's the whiskey in that.
I drink whiskey on a fairly regular basis. So
I do it on New Year's Revolution. I can understand.
Yeah.
But now at this time of night, it's a little early.
Uncle, do you taste that flavor? We took the shot a while ago, but I'm still tasting it. Do you taste that? Like I do.
The white
syrup.
The syrup.
I definitely.
I have the syrup in my mouth,
mm-hmm.
and the first thing I taste was actually this stuff. But then after that, it came with the syrup.
It's sweet. It's sweet.
I got the sweet of the syrup.
And we gotta limit this for you, Uncle.
No, I'm not. That one drink enough.
One is all we're doing on that.
On this one drink's enough because I know what my sugar would be like.
You gotta be careful.
Yeah, just give him his one shot.
I just did it one shot. And that's it.
But
I don't drink all this quick.
Uncle, I don't know, but I got to say, I'm pleased with this. I think that's very good, actually.
That's excellent.
Did you like it?
Mm-hmm.
It's, so it's just, whiskey. You taste the whiskey, but I mixed it basically half and half almost with whiskey and the syrup. And
I was wondering how it would taste shot with that. Just it.
It tastes like a sweeter whiskey,
Yeah,
because
that's
it
what
has the simple syrup.
Here where he's putting this and the whiskey in it, and I was wondering, let's see what it tastes plain first before we put this in.
But there is that little bit of pine. What pine there is, because it's infused with the pine needles. Oh. It's very subtle, but it's there. Like I feel like I taste it.
There was a little bit of taste to me.
It's not too much.
No. It was just a tap of taste, and that's what I tasted.
I think it's good that way, because if it was like you're eating your Christmas tree, that might be a bit much.
Too much.
Yeah, that's a little too much pine needles at that point,
Yeah.
It didn't taste like that, though. It really didn't. It just tasted
shot like
a subtle
it's a nice little compliment.
Things about these drop
whiskey.
Is when you put a wine or a drink in it, you gotta go swap right down real quick.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have to think about what you just drank.
It makes you think, yes.
It makes you think of, okay, now it's judging time. Well, I mean just testing the judging.
Uncle, quick, 1 to 10, what is the pine syrup shot? Where's it come in, 1 to 10?
A 9.
9, okay, yeah, 9.
Ooh,
I'll give it a 9, too. It's a good, solid, mixed drink shot thing.
You got yourself a 9 making that.
I like it.
Mr. Sidekick.
I recommend that everybody go out there and harvest the correct needles. Now, do your research first. Disclaimer: don't use any needles in your pine syrup. Make sure you're using edible needles.
I can't just pull the needles off my Christmas tree now and use those to make this.
Usually, yes.
You probably could.
I actually took the needles from a noble fir Christmas tree that was from a Christmas tree lot to make this syrup.
You did?
Okay.
I thought you made it. I thought you made it with these palm cones.
No.
I thought he was going out with the pine cones doing it. I didn't know what he was doing. My God, what do I know?
I went to an actual Christmas tree lot, pulled the needles off of noble fir because I read online that noble fir is a go, not poisonous.
Oh.
and I made the syrup with that, and it turned out very good. But yeah, there's certain things. I think the things that are actually poisonous are trees that they call a pine that technically isn't even a pine. Those are the things that are really poisonous.
See, they're trying to trick you with the trees, and then next thing you know, it's not going to be a good ending.
No. So go for the actual pines. And again, if you're going to make pine syrup, do your research, be safe, But we're good to go here. You use the right one. And it's quite tasty. And the pine flavor isn't overbearing. I actually found a lot of recipes that were kind of like, from like high-end sort of foodie sort of, or like mixed drink sort of websites where they use pine syrup. So it's kind of a high-end sort of thing. So I'm excited. I'm happy with this.
I will have to check that out. I think give that a shot and see. If not this year, maybe for the holidays 2020, we'll have to mix some up.
Okay, Bob, I got a test for you right now.
Yeah.
Since he did it, he'll give you the recipe, or are you allowed to?
Yeah, the recipe is really easy.
You can start making it, and you decide on
it's very easy to make.
On the count.
Mm-hmm. So anybody,
you have me curious about it now. I mean, I know, like you said, you've been going on for a few years now, saying that you want to do something related to pine needles or pine syrup. You said it was a go that you were going to do it, I'm like, well, let's see how it turns out. And now that both of you gave it a 9, I'm curious to try it myself and see how it turns out.
Yeah, we gave him a 9. Right? We gave it a 9, so he's got to test it and see what he can get up with.
Yeah, we need to mix it with like Night Train or like Old English or something and see how that works. Like that would be an interesting test right there.
Yeah,
that's what we do next year.
You mix it with the whiskey, and that's probably a nice compliment for it there. But yeah, if you want to mix it with the Night Train or the Old English, I don't know if that's going to turn out the same way.
Right.
It could be. You never know, man. You never know how things will turn out. It could surprise you.
That's true. That's true. We could be on to the next big thing. So
yeah,
we could be inspiring hipster bars across the nation with this. Who knows?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not going to fully write it off yet until
we can. He says it. He tests it first. Then he puts it online. And you want to see how many people goes after that?
That's right.
You'll be surprised.
And we could be the true cool in crowd and say we did it first. Take
that.
Yeah.
He did it first. We did it first.
Exactly. We did it first. We have the audio and video proof to prove it.
Right, and then send it out on the internet.
And
they'll
on YouTube.
Say, oh, these guys did it.
Yeah.
Whoa, now we know where it came from.
Proof.
That's what the internet's for.
Proof of the proof. Now, Bob, I don't know if you're ready for this. We actually have one more dollar store find that we can add into the mix.
What is this?
We got the trifecta here tonight.
Yeah.
Trifecta.
Now we might be getting into dangerous territory on this one, to be quite honest.
Territory? What is this one?
Look at this, Uncle. I'm going to show it to the YouTube live stream now. This is, oh dear Lord, help us. This is Choco Vine Espresso.
It sounds like coffee.
It is coffee.
Oh no! Here we go. He's gonna have a problem. Let me tell you, Bum Rob. He's gonna have a problem tonight. I'm telling you right now. Anything with coffee. Oh no! Are you sure you want to do sidekick?
I'm not sure, but I'm gonna do it anyway. and okay, so Choco Vine.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
This probably. Almost certainly is a bad idea, but okay. It's Choco Vine Espresso.
I can hear him in the morning.
Described as the taste of Dutch chocolate and fine red wine.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, and it's got a picture of a windmill in Holland, a tulip field. It's brown in color. It looks like
you see that.
It looks like hot chocolate or something.
You see that?
But it is a wine. It's 14% alcohol by volume. Another 750 milliliter bottle. That's interesting.
I know what coffee tastes like now. If I drink this like a drinking out of a coffee machine. So,
Oof,
I
I
might
don't
get
imagine
one.
this is going to be good at all, to be quite honest. But
I
hey,
know.
we found it at the dollar store. We're
So
going to
he
drink
has
it.
to open it.
Give it a shot. Give it a shot.
We're
Why
giving
not?
it a
It's the holidays. We'll go all
Now he
out.
smelled it. Oh, he can tell.
I just smelled it. It's not bad smelling.
Not
I
bad?
gotta say, I'm surprised
like-
that it's not making me sick just to smell.
Okay,
Okay, so Uncle and I are going to try this so that you don't have to. Although, if you find this, if
Yeah, you
listeners
if you
this somewhere,
find
I'd be
it.
interested to know.
Yeah, if you can find it.
Because I imagine
Okay.
it was at the dollar store for a reason.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Right, yeah.
Find
Nobody
it.
else wanted this, and it was left over. They said, okay, somebody will be
Smells like
not
chocolate.
naive enough to try this one.
Hey.
Okay, Uncle, you ready to take the shot?
Yeah.
We're
Let's
going
see.
for
Let's see how this one turns out here.
it. Ooh, boy, that was sweeter than the pine syrup. My gosh.
That's coffee. You ready for this, coffee man?
I taste the coffee.
Oh, yes. Strong coffee.
Do you taste the red wine, Uncle?
What red wine?
It's in there. It is the taste of Dutch chocolate and fine red wine.
I gotta tell you,
Ooh.
this is gonna be higher than what I drink.
I'll say that it's better than I thought it would be.
Me too.
It's better than I thought it would be. But I didn't think much of it. I gotta
At the
say.
time.
It's okay.
So it has more of the coffee taste
Yeah,
than,
yeah.
than the
More.
wine taste. I
Right,
assume.
right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
more
yeah.
coffee taste.
It's like a Starbucks or even like a McDonald's.
Yeah.
Sort of thing or
Starbucks taste.
something, you know.
Yeah,
And that
Starbucks.
it's like super
McDonald's.
sweet. It's that's if I had a main criticism of it, it'd be that's overly sweet. It's too much in terms of sweetness.
One drink for me, that's it.
Yeah, we're not doing any more than that, Uncle.
That's
yeah,
it
well,
for
well, that's
me
they,
on
well,
that.
that's what they do. They try to mask the alcohol with the sweetness.
And that's the
In a lot of
part.
these, they added all this extra sugar and extra crap with it to hide the alcohol. I mean, what's the percentage on that one? Do they have it on there?
What is it?
It is a 14% alcohol by volume, so I think that's pretty typical for a wine,
Yeah.
actually.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty standard. So it's not low. It's not in hard liquor territory, but
No,
that's
no.
Right.
it's way above a beer. It's above this Trader Joe's, which is high for a beer.
Yeah.
So it's nothing to sneeze at. That's for sure. You drink a bit of this, it will
Bunch
it will-
up.
Yeah, it'll get you drunk.
Yeah, it'll
That
get you
bun,
going.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But Uncle, would you like to rate this now?
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 6. Again, I didn't have high expectations. It wasn't great. It was at least better than I thought it would be, but I thought it was gonna be like a 3 or a 4. But it's a 6, so that's like twice as good as I thought it would be.
That's a win. That's a win. Yeah. That's pretty much the best you could ask for.
What do you think, Uncle? Where
I've
you at
got
on
a
this?
bargain number.
Okay.
It's a 7 or an 8.
7 or 8?
I can't.
How about a 7.5?
Yeah,
I was gonna say
7.5 sounds better.
7.5.
7.5. 7.5 then.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's not a 10.
No.
But definitely way over 10. Not a 10. It's a 7.5, yeah.
For a dollar store weirdo wine, that's not bad.
So there, Bob, mine now. I
That's
got
it.
something for you to do.
Oh, okay. What do you got? What do you
You
got?
gotta check these, what we drank tonight. You have to check them out. Bo, look for them.
Do your research.
I will do. I will
Do
my
your
best to-
research.
Yeah, I just need a Aaron. You send me over the recipe
Yeah, recipe for
the,
this other
for
thing.
the pie needles.
Yeah, do that.
I'll give that a shot there. Send
Yeah.
me over the
Yeah, I want
full
you.
name of
and
the espresso coffee wine conglomerate that you guys just had there. I'll keep my eye out for it in my travels because I'm always scouring and searching all the liquor stores for new beverages. So if I could find what you had there, I'll pick it up and give it a shot and report back to you guys. Let you know how it turned out for me.
All right. And if you can, if you get it before New Year's, just to say, swing it by and let us know.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
If I could get it, if I can get it before that, I
Before
would
that.
definitely crack it open for you on the Revolution.
Yeah.
We'll save this bottle of Choco Vine for the Revolution and maybe bring it back out on the Revolution. If we don't,
Bring it back for one more drink, to bring in the new year.
I have another dollar store drink that I have over here that I'm not going to reveal, but we're going to drink that on the Revolution.
Oh, we're gonna do that on an illusion.
We'll do that New Year's Eve. So,
Okay, so get ready for that. Hopefully you're on it so you can hear that one.
Yep.
When I do that one now, I had enough sugar stuff right now.
Yeah. We need to stop right now.
Stop as well, man, because
that Choco Vine was sweeter than I thought it would be.
I know.
The pine syrup was obviously sweet, so we're done.
See, now you can go back and you can go back to your Trader Joe's and just go back with a nice ale to kind of cool yourself off a little bit.
Yes.
On this?
You want another shot of the ale here?
Let me try that.
Let's get back into this. This is a nice thing to come down, as it were.
Exactly. You start off with it there. You start off at that base level. Then you have your two crazy drinks, and now you bring yourself back down with the Trader Joe's, the Vintage Spice Ale 2019. Yeah, I'm gonna pour a little bit more here in my cup.
Back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity.
Exactly. Yeah.
We'll post a picture on Uncle's Instagram of the drinks we just had tonight. I took a picture.
You did?
Before we did the show. I was like, I better take a photo, so I'll post that to Instagram tomorrow.
Yeah.
Where's the Instagram?
It's on here, Uncle. Don't worry. There it is. The live stream people on YouTube are seeing it.
There. Where's the drinks?
Okay.
I'm looking at because I have the apple in front of me.
Indeed.
I have to look over my shoulder to see these things.
And for people out there listening to the podcast now, the live stream is available in the archives, right, on the Uncle YouTube channel, right? They can go back and view it along with the podcast.
The live stream of this show is going to be on the Uncle YouTube channel because we're streaming it live. And let me check the health of the stream while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it looks like we've been recording this whole time. We're up to 42 minutes.
People can go back and so people who are downloading this,
are they listening to it?
They will be. If they're not now, they certainly will be later.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if people download the podcast tomorrow, the next day, they can go back to the Uncle YouTube stream that's been archived, and then go and check everything out and see exactly what you guys were drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
The wonders of technology as we move into 2020. I mean, what a world we live in.
I know. Who would have seen this coming?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody in their right mind would have predicted this, Uncle.
Are the ladies going to go out New Year's Eve to watch their ball game? I was wondering.
My wife will not be here.
Right.
Your sister will be here, but in another room. I'm planning on doing the Uncle's New Year's Revolution from the bedroom up here. We're moving out of the closet and into the bedroom proper to get enough space for this because we're going to need it.
You need to stretch out. It's going to be a long night. You need some room to stretch out, have your drinks out there ready to go.
Yeah.
We certainly will need that room. So we're going to be there. It's going to be basically us, for the most part, and we're going to be doing our show, and we'll be there with Chuck. Chuck should be there producing. We're going to have all the callers. We encourage everybody listening to this show now, Bob's show, to listen on New Year's Eve and to call in and let us know, maybe let us know what you think of this show that we're doing right now, the Bumming with Bobcat episode, or
I'm really interested of how many people are going to call.
Yeah.
I've got my thinking who it's going to be.
Yeah. It was a lot last year. Last year was 4 full hours, but we didn't have a break in guests and callers the whole time. We were talking to somebody the whole time.
Constantly. We didn't actually, we might have took... I should take that back. We took one break.
Did we?
I believe we did.
It wasn't long.
It wasn't long. It was like...
You got to have a pee break.
Let's say 5 minutes to get a drink or something, or got something to eat, and then sat down. I know it was at least one.
It was a 4-hour marathon. It was
crazy.
It
was a marathon like you never heard of.
It was fun. It was a good time. Yeah, and Bob, is your recollection, because you came on in the midst of things, and there were other callers on the line, is that correct? and they were there the whole time that you were there giving your report.
Yeah, I think I might have chimed in. I think probably it was probably around like I think probably 12:30, 12:45 Eastern after we rang in the New Year over here. I think when I connected in with you guys there, and yeah, there's probably either maybe three or four other people I think that were on the line at the time with me there, and yeah, it was a rowdy bunch. It was a good time that we had.
Yeah, it was. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was great, and again, every year it's something that we're trying to improve, and that's a goal this year to improve it. And yeah, it's fun. It was exciting that many people were part of it, and I want it to be the same this year.
Oh, there is something new is going to be on the New Year Revolution.
What's that?
Ooh.
My picture I finally see from Steve made.
Oh, yes.
I want to see that picture.
We're going to have Uncle the Podcast backdrop behind us.
Backdrop on back of me.
It's going to look very professional.
I want to see that. I haven't even seen that.
It's going
the
to look
sidekick over here. We get the thing, and I haven't seen it yet.
It's going to look very good.
No, I want to
better than the backdrop I have behind me right now, which is just some like
towels.
Yeah, exactly. It's just some like southwestern style printed blankets, basically.
What we're going to do, I have a setup on my Loom Revolution. Setup. I want to have that up before we start anything here. I want to have that set up, find it, and put it up in the side corner.
Oh, your backdrop, yes.
My backdrop.
Yeah, we'll have it all set up. We're good to go, Uncle. Don't worry.
Uncle has this all
figured out.
Figured out. Yeah, he has this picture of what he wants the revolution to look like. He's like, "Hey man, this is my show. I know what I want to have. I want this type of production values, everything here."
You see what
so,
he
Aaron,
says?
I'm sorry. You know what you got yourself into here. I mean, you're used to it at this point.
Yeah, there's where the answer's coming from. This is what I was trying to tell this sidekick here.
I'm trying to listen. I don't know if I'm doing a good job of it.
Well, I'm fine now.
I'm trying to make your vision a reality, Uncle. I'm making the best crack at it.
You know what?
Try your best.
I'll tell you though, this is be the first time I ever see it.
The backdrop?
Backdrop.
This is the first time.
I haven't seen it. I mean, the one that Steve made.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I haven't seen it.
It's going to be good.
Yet.
It's going to be good. It's going to wow people. They're going to be like, whoa, it looks like you're at some sort of Hollywood premiere. But it says it's the Uncle the Podcast logo behind you.
I know. And that's what I like to see.
It's going to blow them away, Uncle. It's going to be something else.
It's legit.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we had a bigger machine here.
A bigger computer?
Yeah, I wonder if we could take it from your new one, bring that out.
Oh, do you think with the scale of the revolution, we need a larger size computer?
Yeah, we should take the one you got in there. Take that out and put that over here.
Okay, the desktop
put this
needs
one
to come
back
out.
over here.
Forget this laptop nonsense.
Yeah, laptop.
Not going to work.
Not going to work. This Apple is driving me nuts.
Yeah.
I hate to see this.
You need bigger the better.
Maybe a Linux computer. Ooh, we're gonna get real fancy.
Well, if we make the money a little bit and we will extend this.
We're developers.
By make development. We want to make development.
Hey, well,
since we're doing it a while, we might as well, right there, Wide Man?
Hey, 2020 is just days away. It's right around the corner. I mean, I know we talked about the revolution, what you guys have going on for that. I mean, what's on tap for you guys in the new year in 2020? What can we expect from Uncle in the podcast?
I'm actually telling you right now, putting this stuff, making a new revolution, trying to put the exactly. There's your answer. Well, look at this man's got the brain in the head. Exactly. That's what I'm going towards.
Okay, I feel good. I feel good like you do, Uncle, about 2020. Things seem to be aligning right now. Actually, today was a very exciting day for me. I had a lot of. I'm not going to specifically say what it was, but I met some very interesting people today,
Oh.
Had a good things are going there. I've got other stuff happening.
I heard you had an interview
I did.
about your
Oh,
book.
I did. Let's
How'd
leave it
that
at that,
go?
Uncle. Let's leave it at that because it's
Yeah,
leave it
no
like that.
spoilers. No
All
spoilers.
right, I'm gonna tell you.
it's a surprise that will be
In an evolution.
well in 2020. It will,
Okay.
it will come-
I'll let you talk about that on the New Year's.
People will
How's
see.
that?
It's just
Okay.
fitting into the theme here, Uncle.
'Cause
2020 is shaping up to be good.
Because I like to hear what happened, but I'm going to let you
You'll
do
see.
that at the New Year's.
You will
Or
see.
the new evolution. You can talk about it.
It was good. It was good. I have a
I
good
wanna-
feel. What about you, Bob? How are you feeling about this new year? Good, bad, indifferent?
I feel good. We're doing some expansion here at the website at bubwhybob.com. We've expanded more into the sports and the wrestling world. So I'm still doing my cheap booze, beer, bum wines, 40s, malt liquor, all that good stuff. But as we wrapped up 2019, we've brought out a whole new team of writers to cover a lot of independent professional wrestling on the website.
Excellent.
So it's been great. We got a great team. We got Dennis, we got Tiffany, we got a lot of great people that are doing some posts on the website. So if you haven't checked out the wrestling content at bumwinebob.com, a lot of new stuff. We're gonna do some more retro stuff. I mean, Aaron, I know I've seen on your Twitter there. I know you've been a fan of some of the old school wrestling.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna try to incorporate some of that stuff in there.
Nice.
So we're expanding our horizons here into the wrestling sports world, and we're hoping in 2020 things get bigger and better. The podcast will keep chugging along here as well, and hopefully I can kick this damn sinus infection or whatever the hell it is after the new year and get back on the usual routine of podcasting and all that stuff there. But yeah, no, I'm feeling good.
Nice.
Looking forward to 2020 and the new decade.
Yeah, crazy, right?
See what's in store for us. Yeah. It's as we were saying before we started recording. It feels like the 90s were 10 years ago, but it's like, oh wait, it was 20 years ago. So here we are.
Now, I noticed the wrestling stuff on your website, and actually we're showing on a live stream your homepage, and it's wrestling stories like topping the page there. So
Yeah, it's constant. Yeah, we have a whole team of people that are doing the posts these days. So it's not just me. They're covering all the wrestling stuff and everything. So yeah, for people that like, more of the independent wrestling scene or even some of the old school stuff, check it out. I mean, probably the listeners of the Bowling with Bobcat know what we're talking about. But for our fans of Uncle the Podcast, head on over, check us out. And we're always looking for more people to join the team as well. So yeah, like we said, 2020, bigger and better things.
yeah, that's exciting that you have all that happening there, Bob. You're like you're. What would your position be there? The CEO, the manager, what would you call yourself?
Yeah, all of the above. The owner, originator, CEO, COO, CIO, chief drinking officer, I guess, of the.
You know his favorite wrestler, though. Sidekick's favorite wrestler.
Oh, me?
No, I'm asking
if
him.
you don't know, you're gonna know on the Revolution because I got a special wardrobe for you all for that.
Yeah,
nice.
He's got one.
Nice.
He's got his favorite one.
It's
He's
gonna
gonna
come
let
out
you
that
know.
night. Look out!
Yeah,
It's
it'll
a
come
special
out that
occasion. You're gonna wear a special jacket that night.
night. Oh, that's right. That's what
It's
was.
coming out, Uncle.
I was looking for it.
Yeah, look out! I'm gonna break the guitar out. The guitar with flames on it.
That's what I was looking for.
Gonna wear
nice.
that.
Yeah.
The burning
that's what
guitar, the crazy jacket. It's gonna be quite the production.
Oh yeah, because he's into this one wrestler. I can't mention his name,
They'll see.
He's gonna let
They'll
you
see.
touch a no.
We gotta
on the
wait. We gotta
revolution.
wait
You
for the
gotta
revolution to find out.
find out.
That's
We
right.
could,
Gotta
boss.
be there.
I am surprised at it though. I really was surprised when he said he liked this guy.
Oh, really?
I really was.
Oh.
I mean, I'm going around the phone, boom, boom, boom. It's just crazy. You
Yeah.
just gotta wait and hear this.
It's going to be good. And right now, I'm just hoping and praying that I'm feeling okay tomorrow morning when I wake
that's
up.
it about these drinks.
Yeah.
I was worried about this when you were going into this, that this might be a problem.
Let's hope that Santa wine doesn't get its revenge. this
Yeah.
year.
I mean,
Yeah,
because
it's
he
not
has
the-
to get up about him to going to do this, you know.
It should be okay. I think I'll be all right. We'll be fine.
You only had you had the Trader Joe's, the spiced ale. You had a couple shots of
No,
the
it's
other
mainly,
concoctions.
It's mainly the coffee is what I'm more concerned about because I felt like that was a little bit stronger than these other two.
It was strong in its way. That's
In
for
a
sure.
way.
Yeah, the pine syrup shot went down very easy. Although I don't know which one would be the highest alcohol content because the whiskey was diluted with the syrup, so it's hard to say. It might have been. I want to say that the pine syrup shot would have been the highest by a little bit over the chocolate wine,
It was?
but they were close.
I would think the chocolate wine
were
would
close.
Yeah,
be stronger.
you would think so. With the even though the whiskey was diluted with the pine syrup, it's still a shot of whiskey. So it's still like I'd probably give the whiskey and the pine syrup the edge over the wine, but hey, you only had one of each. You had some of the spiced ale.
Well,
Knock on wood, I think you'll be okay.
We'll give the report. We'll let you know what happens.
Yeah, exactly. You have to see. This is where we're leaving people. We're leaving them with the cliffhanger to say you have to tune in New Year's Eve, Uncle's New Year's Revolution, Uncle the podcast. Check it out. Tune in, call in, give it a listen to hear the follow up to the Bubbing with Bobcat podcast here to see if everybody's still functional at a functioning at a high level when it comes to New Year's Eve.
And Bob will be there to give his special report on what it is he happens to be drinking that night for New Year's Eve.
and then
Exactly.
see if you have any new ones.
We're excited.
Exactly.
Don't let that
I'm
cat
there
out of the bag.
searching. Yeah,
I want to know what your new ones are or what
Yeah,
your new
yeah.
drinks are. So he
We're
can go
excited.
searching.
We're excited. Can't wait
You
to
gotta
find
keep-
out.
You got to keep everybody on their toes. See what you have new on tap for everybody.
Indeed.
So before we wrap things up with you guys here, do you have any final shout outs or anything else you guys want to plug before we call it an evening?
yeah, Uncle, shout out time. Do you have anybody to shout out?
The Blades. My favorite customers,
Pure
the
Blades.
Blades. And the beef people.
There we go.
And the phony funds.
Yes.
The phony funds. The ones that are not podcasting anymore.
Oh, you're talking about the Listening Party podcast.
Listening Party podcast.
Podcast. You can go back and listen to the old episodes, but they're not making new ones.
They're not making new ones anymore.
But maybe
Yes.
we'll hear from them on the Revolution too. They might show up.
Yeah.
Hey, baby.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
never
He
know.
did last year.
Never know who'll be here.
What's
What's
that?
that?
Somebody banging on the door.
Somebody's knocking, so I think we got to go soon.
We gotta go.
That's it. That's it. That's
Either
it.
that
Time
or
to wrap
somebody's
it up.
really messing with us.
Yeah.
I don't have any particular shout outs other than Chuck Ocelli.
Oh yeah.
He's our producer. He works
Yeah.
hard and he needs
Oh yeah.
He needs
some
donations
help
if he
for
can get 'em.
donations if he can have and get them. Them too.
so he can get a new computer
New computer.
and produce the Revolution properly. So if
Right.
you're able to help out, that's cool. Even if it's just $1, just send $1 his way. That'll help.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But
Yeah,
we'll see.
Chuck.
How is
Yeah,
the
Chuck's a
score
good
going?
guy.
Yeah. How's the score?
I think
Oh,
somebody's
score? The
laughing
score?
at us.
Don't worry. The 49ers won the game. You're all set.
There we
You're
go.
good.
That's all I
You're
wanted
good.
to know.
You're good.
Uncle
That's all I
Uncle
want to know. Okay.
Uncle is actually wearing a San Francisco 49ers baseball hat as we
I was
speak.
wearing a cap tonight
He's wearing it.
because I had my new feeling that they'll be number 1 seed. Because we're still in California.
Yeah,
It's the
don't worry.
number 1
26,
seed.
26-21. The final score, the 49ers beat the Seahawks.
Nice.
Alright.
And of course, our team, the LA Rams, won today, but it doesn't really matter because they're out of
They
the
got
playoff situation.
they get to the draft.
They'll be back
Hey,
next
it
year.
was just a feel good win, just like the Jets won today.
There you go.
And,
Yeah, that's your
Jets.
team, Bob.
That's your
Yeah,
team.
yeah. So
You're
the Jets
from New
won
York.
today.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's a feel good. It ends your season on a high note. You know, you got the win. You look forward to the 2020 season.
Yeah. That's cool. Okay, so everybody's feeling good. That's good. Everybody's
We're
teams
feeling
are,
good. We're feeling good here. We had some
Now
good
I
drinks.
feel
We had
good.
some good concoctions on your guys' side. We're looking forward to the revolution. And yeah, as the guy said, you know, if you could help out Chuck, Ocelli over there, he's a good guy. We still haven't collaborated yet. I think it was probably the last time I was on your guys' show. Chuck and I said we wanted to work together on a podcast or do something. But hey, maybe in 2020.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Sure.
We'll see what happens. Yeah, if you could help out Chuck
Awesome.
and, with his stuff over there, check out the guys here every Friday night. You guys are still doing Friday night, right? On your podcast on the usual.
Yeah.
Live Friday nights.
Live Friday night.
11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
On
Uncle the
Eastern.
Podcast airs on Ochelli.com.
And 8 o'clock on the west.
Yeah, and then the podcast is posted to UncleThePodcast.com. We're on all sorts of the podcatching apps. We're on them. So
Everyone. Yeah, it's just search on your favorite podcast app for Uncle the Podcast, and boom, there you have it. There you have it.
It's that simple.
Yeah, we look forward to 2020 and what's in store for everybody on our side, your side. Uncle Aaron, it's always a good time chatting with you guys here. We had some good drinks. If you could grab it on your side, anybody out there listening, the Trader Joe's 2019 Vintage Spiced Ale. It gets the BWB and Uncle the Podcast seal of approval. So pick one up, give it a shot, and maybe if you want to, pick up a few extra ones to store down in your wine cellar or a hole in the ground that you
Might
you
be
want
a
to
hole in
dig.
the ground at this point. Because
Dig that
you
hole.
got one in there. We got to get to make a hole in the ground
If
to
you,
do all
if,
these
you live in,
bottles now.
if you live in California like us, you don't really have a cellar, just dig that hole in the ground.
Yeah, just dig them.
Exactly.
Bury it. It'll be good to go in 2 years.
To have this thing in the ground, and until 2 years come around, we can drink it again.
Well, we don't have to, but we could, and we probably should.
Well, I'm looking at the actual date on the bottle itself here.
That's true.
Is July 26th, 22 is the quote unquote expiration date of this bottle. So technically, you do have a couple years to.
I didn't realize there
Let
was an
this sit.
expiration. Yeah.
What about
okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
right there. Yeah, 7/26/22 is what I have on mine here.
I'll bet that's a technicality, though. I bet you could keep it a lot longer.
Probably. I'm assuming that's probably just there just because they have to put one on there, but I bet you could let it sit longer. I mean, it's 19 now, 2021. I mean, I think I wouldn't be able to let it sit for that long before I decided to crack it open and, and try it. But yeah, it's probably just for the legal ramifications of that.
Yeah, that's my guess. Yeah. So you
Yeah.
keep it forever.
Exactly. 5 years, 10 years. The 2029 podcast will crack it open.
Yeah.
But
Just
the
be
New Year's
careful.
Revolution's only, like you said, only 3 days away.
Yeah.
Might as
Yeah.
well keep it out open until then.
Just be careful with those pine syrups. Make sure
Yeah.
you're using the right needles, and you'll be
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
You don't want to hear any horror stories of people having the wrong pine needles and
fine. Yeah.
things don't go right.
Do your research on
Tastes
those
good.
pine needles. You'll be fine.
Exactly.
You'll be fine if you just do your due diligence. It will taste good, and you will not be poisoned. Oh man,
well,
it was great to be here this year.
Thanks,
Bob.
guys. It's always a good time chatting with you. It's the holiday tradition here on Bobby with Bobcat to have you guys on the show, at least for the past 2 years. But 10 years from now, maybe we'll be doing this. Maybe we'll be on to bigger and better things in live streaming, and who the hell knows what technology will be 10 years from now. And I'm sure, come the spring and summertime, I'm sure we'll come up with another beverage to collaborate with.
Yeah, we should do a summer show, Bob, because sometimes we go the whole year and only do the holiday thing. We should get back together.
Exactly, like we did this past summer. We did the Modelo, the Chilada.
Yeah.
We'll coordinate something for the spring summertime this year to keep people
in mind.
Keep them going. Yeah.
Keep that in mind for everybody. And you're saying 10 years now. I meant to say it'd be 30-30.
Yeah.
10 years from now.
Yeah, indeed. It'll be
so
crazy.
So I'm giving you a heads up on the year.
I'm watching out for that. I'm looking out for that already.
He mentioned 10 years, so I figured to tell you that.
Indeed.
He mentioned it.
Well, thanks again, guys. Thanks for coming on the show. Having a good time, throwing back some drinks. Happy New Year to you guys, even though hopefully I'll talk to you again for the new year. But to anybody out there who is listening to the podcast, Happy New Year to you guys out there. And until next time, cheers.